So Tilray is up a massive 56% today because some news came out from the president of the United States that's causing this massive rally. But we kind of knew like something like this was going to happen because of the technical setup. As you know, if you're following this channel, my last update on Tilray was only 7 days ago. It was at $1.32. But a good reason to be subscribed to the channel and please hit the like button on this video is I first brought you the stock when I was trading 63 cents way back in July, and it's up 181% since then. And the reason I'm making this video today is because it triggers some key indicators on the chart. So we're going to try to determine how high this stock can possibly go from this point on. We're going to go over the news that came out that's causing this insane one-day rally. So please watch this video till the very end, and I'm going to show you how to come up with the exit strategy if you're already in massive profit. So the reason for this insane one-day rally is because some news information came out from President Trump himself. He suggested that hemp-derived CBD could revolutionize senior healthcare and serve as an alternative to prescription drugs. So something like this coming out from the president is a really good positive sign. And like behind this is the big picture that are trying to get this bill passed that would completely decriminalize marijuana use, which would directly benefit companies like Tilray that has a huge market share on commercially derived marijuana products. If you've been following my videos, you know that I tell you that the news is important. It's a catalyst, but the technical setup has to be there. And the technical setup was here since July 21st. And I've been updating you guys along the way. And one of the main thing that it triggered today, first of all, we noticed this huge volume came in. So that's off the bat is an amazing sign. The volume would be number one on our list. The volume would be, this insane volume would be number one indication on our list that, okay, this is not a fake rally. Like this price isn't going anywhere. It could only go up from here. So that's number one. The second thing, this resistance line drawn at $1.66 and it smashed right through it. So if you go to the weekly chart, I'm going to show you exactly why we have the resistance at $1.66. So $1.66 was previously acting as a solid support. As you can see here, support one, bounce right off. Second time, bounce right off. Third time, bounce right off. But once it broke the support, just was in a free fall. And now as of today, that it blew right through this. It blew right through this potential resistance. So the next price point would be around $2.55. I just dropped another video on Wall Street, which is up about 1000% today. What I looked at on that video is the weekly chart. And we know that whenever it goes above the 50-day moving average on the weekly chart, the next thing it wants to test is the 200-day moving average. And the 200-day moving average and this next resistance line is about around the same area. So from here, it could potentially go, it has another solid 40% to like go up. Overall big picture, taking a look at the weekly, we're determining, okay, like what happened. So smashed right past this resistance line at $1.66, which is a good sign. Now we're going to take a look deeper into like the 45-minute chart. Every chart acts differently and we have to take it one chart at a time and one day at a time. And generally, if I saw a price movement like this, I would warn you guys, hey, okay, like this might not be sustainable. It's up too much. There has to be some profit taking event. But because the volume is so incredibly high and we see a solid higher highs and lower lows, I think this can actually just keep going up. I believe for the next at least 2-3 days, I personally wouldn't be surprised if it goes all the way up to like $2.55. But there's still a risk that tomorrow you could wake up and you see a bunch of people start to take profit and it goes back down to like $1.66 and starts to like trade around this. And this should act as a support going forward. But the way to play it, if you're in profit, for example, if you've been watching my videos, you're already in profit, please lock in some profit. At least sell enough to take out your initial investment. So no matter what happens, you can just like forget about the stock. It doesn't matter what happens. Even if it goes all the way back down to 50 cents, it's mathematically impossible for you to lose money. So that's the main takeaway I want you to guys have from watching my videos. Lock in your profit when you can. There will always be more opportunities. You can see by my track record, for me, it's really easy to find opportunities. So like if you're subscribed to the channel, you'll see more opportunities, but lock in profit when you are in a position to lock in profit. Don't sell all your shares. If you could sell like 40% of your shares and take out your initial investment, do that. Just take out your initial investment at the very least. So it's mathematically impossible for you to lose money, even if the stock goes all the way down to like 50 cents, 30 cents at $0. Even if it goes bankrupt, you're not going to lose a single dollar. Just lock in some profit. So this right now, I like looking at the 45-minute chart to determine an exit position, but the price is way above the moving average for us to to kind of warn us in time that the rally might be over. So we have to go even lower. We have to go to the 15-minute chart. On the 15-minute chart tomorrow, you're going to see this red line, this 50-day moving average start to go up and up and up. So it's going to be like around right here. And as long as we keep getting higher highs and it's like trailing up, I'm telling you, just because this insane volume came in, it could go all the way up to $2.55 before it starts to trade back down. But if you see it's not going up to $2.55 and it's coming down and it's testing this 50-day moving average, that's when you know, okay, this rally is over. But until that happens, again, let me be clear. Watch on the 15-minute chart, which is the most sensitive. It's way more sensitive than the 4-hour daily chart. Watch what happens when the 50-day moving average comes up to this price and see if the price goes below this 50-day moving average on the 15-minute chart. So generally, we don't look at the 15-minute chart because it's way too sensitive. But because the price is up so much, we have to look at the 15-minute chart in this specific case. But if the price just keeps printing higher highs, then yeah, the next price target is going to be the $2.55. And we don't have an update as of September 29th. The last update is from September 15th. But you can see the short float is very high. But the more important thing is the short ratio. The short ratio is also very, very high. That means if a squeeze does happen, the squeeze is going to last at least a couple of days. As you can see, 2.67 is around, it's saying it will take around 3 trading days for the short sellers to fully cover their short positions. So if we are in the middle of a squeeze, it's not going to be a 1-day or 2-day squeeze. It's probably will last the rest of the week. So that's another reason the price could potentially trade all the way up to $2.55. So again, we have to take it 1 day at a time. Now, if you're wondering, okay, what happens if it goes up to $2.55 and it blows right past through it? What's the next target? So if it starts to blow right past this $2.55 and we are in the middle of a short squeeze, then the next target would be right here, as you can see. So the next price target would be right around here, around $5, because there's no resistance until this price target. So before, when I was trading all the way down here, I didn't want to draw all this until later on, but now we're at a point where we have to start thinking about, okay, what's the next price target if it blows past this $2.55? Because we saw the volume is insane. The volume is almost sometimes more than the moving average is the number one determining factor for a potential rally. And so the volume is insane. The technical setup looks great. The short float is high. The short ratio is high. So if we are on the brink of a short squeeze, and again, we have to wait. We have to wait and see if it blows past this $2.55. If it does, then the next price target naturally would be around $5. So we have to wait and see. We have to take it 1 day at a time. Please go watch the last video. That will give you a better picture of what's going on with the stock. I just wanted to make an update to notify you guys why the stock is trading up so much. Again, the news is the event that's driving this insane rally, but the technical is giving us hints at what price we can expect. So that's how we can combine the news with the technical to figure out our entry and exit point. I hope you found this information helpful. Please do me a favor, subscribe to this channel. If you're using what I'm using to do all my charting, I'm using TradingView. There's a link for that in the description. You'll get $15 if you use my link. And please give this video a like. Please comment. I want to know how many of you guys saw my first video and how many of you are in profit. Please tell me how much profit have you locked in, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you for watching.